I would definitely recommend the Garza Law Firm to all my family and friends because I know how he's treated me. I have been playing basketball ever since I can remember. I just finished my 6-year career playing for the University of Tennessee. I feel like we're both striving to be better every day. He's always responded quickly and has always come through with whatever he said that he's going to do. The Garza Law Firm is definitely somebody you want on your team.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Checkered flag. Contact and Brian Rose wins it. A photo finish at the line. Oh, we got a wreck. Will Hewitt's through the trial for the final time, and oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Vincent Short sneaks through, and I think Short...
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The United States was at peace with that nation. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. As Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, I have directed that all measures be taken for our defense, but always will our whole nation remember the character of the onslaught against us. Hostilities exist. There is no blinking at the fact that our people, our territory, and our interests are in grave danger. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
A half-mile paved oval opened in 1953. Five Flags Speedway takes its name from its proximity to Pensacola, Florida, known as the City of Five Flags, in reference to the fact that 5 governments have ruled the city: Spain, France, Great Britain, the Confederate States of America, and the United States of America. Five Flags is one of the fastest short tracks in America, thanks to its steep 15-degree banking and wide turns that give the track a nearly circular configuration. Although the track hosted NASCAR Grand National Series action in its early days, since 1968, Five Flags has been known as the site of the annual Snowball Derby. Held each December, the Snowball Derby is considered the year's premier super late model event. Past Snowball Derby winners include Donnie Allison, Darrell Waltrip, Rich Bickle, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Chase Elliott, most recently Derek Thorne. Five Flags regular season features super late models, pro late models, super stock, sportsmen, and bombers every other Friday night from March through October. But tonight, it's the Gulf Coast Sim Racing's Winter Derby, and it's coming up next on HBR TV. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to HBR TV and the virtual Five Flags Speedway. I'm Steve Singer with HBR TV, bringing you this event tonight. Kind of a one-off. Didn't expect this one. It kind of came together last minute. That's okay. We're happy to do it. Really excited to do this one. Got to admit, I'm kind of a fan of the super late model as it is to drive, to call the races, you name it. It's a fun one to watch. Let's go down trackside here as practice is starting to get near its conclusion. We'll see who's top of the board right now. It is the 24 Jeb Jones. Just about 3 minutes remain in the session before we jump into qualifying, but Jones is quickest. 10 of JJ Day, second fast, and the 5, Dylan Courtney, Drew Chance, Corey Bodie, your top 5. If you look close there at the times on the left side, your timing tower, 15:71 the fast time, and then you've got a tie essentially there for the second quickest at 15:75. Then let's see, the 18 a Chance, a 15:78. Then Bodie at 15:70. I'm sorry, Chance was a 77. Bodie is 78. But if you look at it here, I mean, we're the 10th and a half really from the fastest guy back through the top 10. I mean, we're going to have a really tight qualifying session. Again, track position's going to make a difference at a place like Five Flags. It's not the easiest place to make passes. Before we get too deep into things, definitely have a big shout out here to Elite Performance Industries for providing both qualifying and race setups for tonight's event. Not running with the iRacing fixed set. Went custom this time. A lot of guys that take these things pretty seriously like to have a custom setup, and well, Elite delivered. If you're looking for a custom setup for your league or just for fun, check them out. About a minute remains. Looks like these guys are just trying to get some long runs in here to get a final feel how these cars are going to perform over the course of a long run. Tires are going to be very important tonight. Going to really have to take care of those Hoosiers underneath those race cars. With that said, they only have 2 sets of tires over the wall. Of course, they start with a set, 2 to play with for 200 laps. Tire conservation going to be very, very important. Full fuel load, no issue there. They will have 3 attempts at a green-white checkered finish if necessary. And those of you worried about fast repairs, they will have 2 to work with tonight. Again, this is a special event race for the Gulf Coast Sim Racing League. It's kind of their season finale, so to speak, not necessarily for points, but kind of I wouldn't call it a fun run because it seems like these guys are going to take this pretty seriously. There's a little bit of money on the line. Practice just about wrapped up. So Alfie Charon chiming into the stream chat asking if iRacing is working for them. So we did a race earlier and we were driving through each other. Well, it seems like it's working in the practice session, Alfie. We just saw some contact made. They weren't driving through everybody, but I have seen that, well, glitch, I guess you could say, pop up on Facebook earlier tonight in one of the sim chats. So hopefully that's not the case, but we're in qualifying now, so I don't think we're going to run into it just yet. This looks like the 23, a Rusty McCarron. He's going to take his attempt here at qualifying. See, we've already got a good chunk of you guys watching the stream as it is. You see Alfie Charon jumps in and says hello. You guys all feel free to post comments, concerns, who you cheering for, where are you watching from, who you watching from? I don't know. I'm shot. Either way, guys, we do appreciate it. Jump into the stream chat, say hello. Anything you got to say, just keep it PG. As we see McCarron trouble off turn 4 there, spins across the stripe to finish his second lap. 16:32, his fastest official. I think the 16:12 may not have counted. Denmark finishes up his lap. Trevor Bowen, the number 51, on his out lap. Right now, Denmark fastest at a 15:92. But yes, guys, feel free to chime in the stream chat. You're more than welcome. I do have slow mode turned on in case we get any kind of unwanted ads. It gives me an opportunity to kind of dump them before they get carried away. Going a little loose there in the exit of the corner. It's going to kind of kill his first lap here. 16:71 puts him 10th fast so far. Again, we saw high 15-second laps in practice. In fact, Burkett goes 15:97 to put it outside front row for now. Bowen drops to 13th, across the stripe here for lap 2. 16:021, big improvement, 6th fast so far. Mason Johnston on track, the 06 machine. Drew Chance just about took pole, but not quite enough. Almost identical lap times between the two. Denmark and Chance a 15:92. Of course, the second lap probably rounded up for Chance. Johnston a 16:012 for his first time by. Second lap, 15:94. Good lap. 4th fast so far. Corey Bodie, the number 44 machine, takes the green flag. Corey out of Orlando, Florida. Real loose out of 4, trying to put the power down. 5th quick, 15:96. Let's see if he can pick it up here on his second time around. Oh, real loose off of 2, not going to do it. Thank goodness for fast repairs and, well, I guess you could even call it a reset button. Bodie wraps up there. First lap, 15:96. A good first lap. It's going to put him in a decent starting spot. Jesse Henderson completes his first lap, a 16:02. See if he can lay down another one here and pick up, move into the top 5. He's solidly top 10 for now. Henderson across the line. 5th quick, 15:95. On sale at your local hardware store. Tyler Courtney, a little bit of connection issue for Courtney. That's going to be an issue during the race if that persists. Unfortunately, we do see that become somewhat common, more so when there's more cars on the track. You see him blinking in and out there. That could be an issue. That happens for the drivers out there as well. That car disappears. All the traffic around him can't see him either. If he drops out, you don't necessarily know where he's going to land back in. Second lap of 16:015. Tyler Courtney finishes up his qualifying attempt here. Jeb Jones on the racetrack, his out lap. Jeb running an elite performance paint scheme. First lap 15:95, top 5 positions so far. Can he go a little bit faster? Take a shot at that pole position. 15:92 is where he's got to be. Off of 4, a little loose. Does he get the wall? 15:879, he goes top of the board. Pole position for the 24. Jeb Jones takes the top spot. He was fastest in practice. Lyle Johnson finishes up his Q run, 16:36. Chase Deacle rolls on the racetrack here, his out lap. Just about everybody's made their attempt so far. It looks like Dustin Smith, Dylan Courtney, Colby McDonald yet to take a time. Chase Deacle out there right now, crosses the line for his first lap. Or does he? No, this is his first lap. JJ Day on the racetrack as well. He has yet to clock in a time. He's going to be a threat for the top 5 for sure. 16:53 for Deacle. Over to JJ here, the number 16. Second quick for Dave, 15.887 seconds. Good lap, just about close enough to take pole, but not quite enough. Dylan Courtney rolls. 10-minute session here. We've got just less than 3 minutes remaining. Shouldn't be too big of an issue, though. Looks like everybody is taking a time here. Maybe not Dustin Smith. Now, he may be an admin for this particular event. Sometimes we will see that. You'll have an oddball at the bottom of the timing tower that doesn't actually turn a lap. Usually there's a live admin, kind of keep an eye on things. $15,968 for Courtney. That is going to be 9th fast, still a top 10. Colby McDonald, I think he may be our last driver to make an attempt here. Still 2 minutes remain, so plenty of time to knock out a couple of hot laps. Jones with the top time of 15.87. Colby McDonald goes 14th. Gets it down in the 15s, 15.903, third quick. Good lap for Colby McDonald. It's going to get him starting inside row number 2. That looks like it's going to about do it for qualifying. We're going to get a break out of the way. We'll be back after this.
I would definitely recommend the Garza Law Firm to all my family and friends because I know how he's treated me. I have been playing basketball ever since I can remember. I just finished my 6-year career playing for the University of Tennessee. I feel like we're both striving to be better every day. He's always responded quickly and has always come through with whatever he said that he's going to do. The Garza Law Firm is definitely somebody you want on your team.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Five Flag Speedway. Let's take a look at our starting grid for tonight's Winter Derby. On the pole position, the number 24 with a time of 15.879 seconds. It's Jeb Jones to his outside. It is the 10 of J.J. Day with McCarran Day Racing. Just 0.08 of a second off that top time. Colby McDonald, a good lap in qualifying. He's going to start in the third spot. Gene Denmark, he's going to roll from the fourth position. Fifth goes to Drew Chance, number 18 machine out of the Mid-South. Peyton Burkett starts sixth out of Florida. Mason Johnston, the 0-6, rolls from the seventh starting position with Jesse Henderson, the number 28. MDR machine starting in the eighth spot. Corey Bodie in the number 44 with Shift Face Motorsports, gotta love it, starts in the ninth spot. Dylan Courtney, the number 5, starts in the 10th position. 11th goes to Tom McDonald, the number 29. 12th goes to Jake Moore. 13th, Tyler Courtney, the number 30. And then Trevor Bowen, the number 9, starts 14th. Kevin Anders, the number 14, starts 15th. Phil Hensley in the 36 starts in the 16th spot. Tyler Salva, number 72 with Misfits Motorsports, starts 17th with Ed Brown, the number 12, starting in the 18th spot. Jonathan Langham, the number 51, starts 19th with Rusty McCarran. The number 23 starts in the 20th spot. Lyle Johnson, the 111, starts 21st. Maddox Langham in the number 1 starts 22nd. Chase Steekel in the 4, 23rd, and then 24th on the field, Dustin M. Smith, the number 33, starting shotgun on the field if he does indeed start. I believe there is no live admin tonight. They're going to have in-car admins, so maybe that's not the case. Maybe just choosing to start from the rear, but hey, nonetheless, that's your starting grid here from Five Flag Speedway for the Gulf Coast Sim Racing Winter Derby. Jeb Jones, the number 24, again with the Elite Performance paint scheme on that machine. Again, they provided the setup for tonight, Elite Performance Industries. Offering setups, coaching, paint schemes, and apparel. Check those guys out. Once again, everybody, those of you joining us here late, thank you for stopping in and watching tonight's events. I'm Steve Singer with HBR TV. This is the Gulf Coast Sim Racing League running their Winter Derby here at Five Flag Speedway. 200 laps, roughly 100 miles. We're going to be off and running here momentarily. Green flag waves, we are underway. Jeb Jones slips to the third spot as we're already under the yellow flag. Rusty McCarran having an issue on track. Number 23 in trouble early on. Let's take a look, see what we can see here with the number 23. Go full speed here. Slow it down when we need to. Somebody got loose down low. And then you see he came down across someone there. The inside didn't catch the number on that train, but he goes up into the wall. A little bit of damage to that number 23 Camry. Again, drivers do have 2 fast repairs to utilize tonight. Don't know if he's going to bother with it this early on. The car took a pretty good hit, but it doesn't seem to be too terribly damaged as long as the steering wheel is straight. I would bet that he may just let it go for now. But J.J. Day now is sitting as the leader of this race. Gene Denmark, P2. He's up 2 spots. Jeb Jones dropped to third pretty much right away on that first lap. Again, if we get long distance racing here, as far as the green flag runs are concerned, we don't have a ton of cautions, which, again, we had one here right at the start. Not always a sign of things to come, but if we have long green runs, these guys are going to have to conserve tires to make it all the way to the finish and still be competitive. You can't just go out there and lay down your quality laps here for the first 20, 30 laps, what have you, and expect to be around at the end. Especially in the first 10 laps of a run. Got to take care of the tires. You cannot abuse them. It's a very difficult place to get the tires cooled off once you overheat them. All these drivers be paying close attention to that. So, pace car lights are off. Of course, already diving down into pit lane. We're back underway. Green flag is out. JJ Day pulling away here, gets into the wall just a bit before getting into turn number 3. Jeb Jones up to P2. Looks like the 88 of Denmark slipped a bit. Had an issue possibly out of turn number 2. Tire temp's not really up just yet, so we got a little bit of time here before these things start to settle in and provide the grip and handling these guys are all looking for. And caution's out again. Lyle Johnson involved in this. Possibly. Car looks okay. Could have been just a lazy spin, but enough to put us under the yellow flag. Let's take a look at it once again. Okay, one car spun down to the bottom. Not Lyle Johnson. Peyton Burkett, maybe? Yep, let's back that up. This is likely the cause of the yellow. Yeah, definitely. So look at number 17 of Burkett. Little wiggle out of, looks like Denmark, the 88. And I don't know if you guys are hearing that little bit of music for half a second. I don't know where that's coming from. That's definitely something new. It's like, name that tune. Well, there you have it, though. At least that puts us under our second caution of the night. Wouldn't be too concerned, though. These guys will get into a rhythm. Chris Goins in the stream chat. I see a lot of EPI cars out there. Is this open setup? Well, it's not an open setup, but EPI did provide the setup for qualifying and race. So it's a fixed setup, but with a custom build, if I guess that's the way we're going to look at it here. Got Brandon Herzing in the stream chat, confirming the EPI set. Pace car lights are off. Going to go back to the green flag here the next time by. It'll be lap 13 of 200. Fully expect these guys to kind of get into a groove, into a rhythm. Pace car is off, in the throttle. Day is off and running. Oh, we got a car loose off of 4 once again. Don't know who that was. It's the 28. We got another caution. Third of the day. Jesse Henderson possibly the cause of this one here. Number 28, yes indeed, Toyota Camry. It's going to be difficult. Typically with these open setups, not an open setup race, but these custom setups, a lot of times their setup as loose as you can get them right off the bat, because they tend to build a little bit tight throughout the run. So it gets better as you get wear and some heat into the tires. But unfortunately, we really haven't had a lot of green flag laps to get a rhythm down, get any real heat into these Hoosiers. If we get a long enough stretch of green flag, I think this problem kind of fixes itself. Let's take a look, see what happened here to the 28 machine of Jesse Henderson. Yeah, down in the bottom. Gets the left sides on that white line just a bit. Upsets the car on exit, puts the power down, and then the rest is history. Tries to keep it off the inside wall, does a great job there, and then locks it up because he's coming across into traffic. Put us under the caution, but a masterful job to keep that thing out of the wall and out of traffic. This place is not big. Tough task, and he got it done. Keep getting that clap from that music that we used during the grid. I don't know why. It's literally 2 beats of that song. Anyway, green flag back in the air. JJ Day off and running. Cross the stripe, down into 1. Got Jones, the number 24, the pole setter there right to the back bumper. Top 3 is JJ Day, Jeb Jones, Gene Denmark. Then we've got Dylan Courtney, Drew Chance. That's your top 5. Battle for that position. The 18 of Drew Chance on the bottom, and you've got McDonald up top. A little connection issue, though. A little bit of door banging there through turns 3 and 4. Donald slides up the track just a bit. Chance is going to hang on to that spot. Further back, another battle shaping up for position. Tyler Courtney, and we're losing connection with him as well. The 06 of Mason Johnston sliding back. And caution on the Speedway now. Looks like maybe Chase Deacle. Hopefully I'm saying that properly. And there's those drum beats again. I do not know where that's coming from. Well, let's get a look at it. What happened here with Chase? Number 4 machine. This looks like down into turn 3. Mid corner exit turn 4. Yeah, just gets that power down a little too soon, and around she goes. It's something we've seen already a couple times tonight. It is something we've seen plenty of times here at Five Flag Speedway, whether it's a super late model or even the ARCA cars, which tend to dance around the rear end a little bit. Got to be ginger with that throttle, especially on corner exit, especially early on in the run. 24 laps in, though. Day still your leader. Then it's Jones, Denmark, Courtney, and Chance. That's your top 5. Coming to 25 laps, 4 cautions. Again, don't get discouraged. I expect this to settle down here. We're going to get some green flag running in here. Too many quick guys, too many experienced guys for that not to happen. It's right on board with Jeb Jones as we go back to the green flag here. Let's see how he handles this restart with the 16 to the inside. Jones pretty much got to the back bumper of the 16 right away. Inside lane here on the restart. Obviously, the leader gets to fire first, so he has that advantage. Now, a note, I don't even know if I mentioned it earlier. I may have started to, and then we had a caution. 16 out front. It's JJ Day. In the timing tower, it shows him as the number 10. Sometimes with custom paints, things get a little screwy with the number designation. So just in case anyone's concerned, yes, the 16 is indeed the 10 of JJ Days. We have our 5th caution of the day. A bunch of drivers involved with this one. Corey Bodie is one. Rusty McCarron is the other, the number 23. He was involved in our 1st caution of the night. Well, let's get a look at this one. See what happened here. Plenty of action to cover. There's the 44 of Bodie. I think this is diving down into turn 3. He's got the one of Maddox Langham to the bottom. Langham just slides up. There was a car already in the wall. Bodie could have been trying to stay as low as possible, not knowing where that car was going to end up. Didn't see what happened with the 23. Let's watch this. Same situation, really. He just gets to the throttle while he's on the bottom. A little bit of contact from the 111. That was Lyle Johnson. Gotta pretend there's an egg under your throttle pedal with these cars. You go a little too aggressive, and it's so easy to get them spun out. Again, guys, I don't know if you're hearing that drum beat every now and then. I just deleted the audio file from my system here, so hopefully it doesn't come back. Doing this about a year and a half. That's a first for me. Scrolling back through the stream chat here, McDuffie Motorsports cheering Peyton Burkett for the win. Trent McLeod, same thing. Got 32 viewers so far. That's good. Keep it going. Again, feel free to jump in the stream chat. Just keep it PG. I'm easy. Field working off turn 2 here. It'll be 34 laps to go on the board here when we get the green flag. JJ Day still out in front. Jeff Jones right there. Frustration likely settling in for some of these drivers trying to get to that rhythm. It's just not happening. But Day quick to the throttle. As soon as that pace car is gone, they're off and running. Now, Denmark to the inside of Jones down to turn number 1. It's going to open the door here for Day to kind of run away just a bit. Get some distance between the 2nd and 3rd place machines, but only a car length, maybe 2. Jones battles back on a high side. Denmark not able to do it. Jones is quick. He's got right back to the bumper of JJ Day here. 36 laps go up on the board. Caution once again here. We've got trouble on the speedway. This time, not sure who it was. I don't have any indication what's brought this yellow out. Trying to scroll through here and see who we can find that might have gone askew. Tough to say. All right, so we've got some more chatters. Brandon Herzing, oh, we talked about him. Let's see, Mr. Deacle 93, let's go, Bodie. Get it done, son. McDuffie Motorsports, check them trailing arm bolts. It's got to be an inside joke. Well, with that, this caution, no replays to watch. We're going to jump into a quick commercial break. We'll be back after this. Checkered flag. Contact and Brian Rose wins it. A photo finish at the line. Oh, we got a wreck. Will Hewitt's through the trial for the final time, and oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Vincent Short sneaks through, and I think Short... Well, we still got the drum beat. So at least there's that. Shane B says, phantom debris caution. Yeah, like we need more right now. 6 cautions and 39 laps. Everybody's anxious to get some racing going here, but gotta get into a rhythm. These guys probably still don't have enough heat in these tires for really to come to life. Green flag is out. Day with a good restart over Jones once again. Laps go up on the board. The Gulf Coast Sim Racing Winter Derby. JJ Day has been out front pretty much since the drop of the green flag. Jeff Jones, pole sitter, slipped back to P3s, worked his way back up into the second spot, a car length behind the 16 of Day. Close battles other in portions of the racetrack. Tyler Courtney in the 8th position, working with Colby McDonald just up ahead. Seems that everyone's gotten to single file here. They understand that we've got to get a race going here. Let's get settled in. 72 up the racetrack. Bodie going underneath. Bodie in the 14th spot. Working his way back towards the front. Still some connection issues with the 5 of Dylan Courtney. We saw it in qualifying. Actually slides up the racetrack. I think he's just going to yield these positions. Caution on the Speedway once again. Tyler Salva, Rusty McCarron, maybe. Tyler Courtney. Well, let's see what we can see here on the replay. Rusty McCarron, number 23. He's been involved in a couple of these tonight, not having a great evening. This one not of his doing, just doesn't see the 72 parked and just tries to, he gets rear-ended from the backside there. The number 1 comes in, not seeing the 72, slow off of 4, and then the 23 just gets spun around on the front stretch once again. Tough night going from bad to worse for the 23. So 7 cautions, 48 laps. Come on, boys, we can do this. Watch long run after long run in practice. These guys did fantastic. They've got it in them, I guarantee it. Got Mr. Deacle in the stream chat. That would be Chase Deacle. He said he was number 4. Unassisted spin, and I'm done for the night. Sometimes it's those types of nights. Well, thanks for checking in anyway. Thanks for being in the stream chat. Thanks for watching. So 50 laps. We are quarter distance. iRacing official pace car lights are out. We will be going to green lap 51. This car is down, Day's in the gas, and back underway. Jeb Jones right to the back bumper of Day off turn number 2. Not quite the run out of the corner that Day had, but he's right there putting the pressure on. Across the stripe. Jones gets a real good run out of turn number 4. These guys are really using all the racetrack. Get the right side into the fence just a bit on corner exit. Doesn't appear to be damaging the car too much. Certainly helps their corner entry as far as straightening out that corner. Looks like we've got another caution on the Speedway. Trevor Bowen, Corey Bodie involved in this one, it seems. This might have been down into turn number 3. The 9 of Bowden, which is actually the 51 as far as the paint scheme goes. The 50, there's two 51s there, so that makes it awful confusing. Chain reaction crash, though. Guys start checking up and getting into the back bumpers, and around they go. Bodie takes a hard hit just past the start-finish line inside pit wall there. Let's watch it from Bodie's camera angle here. So you got the two 51 machines in front here. Again, the one of them is the number 9. But again, just a stack up here. Then the 29 gets into the back of the 44, sends him around. Big hit. So right now your top 5 still JJ Day, then Jeb Jones, Gene Denmark, Drew Chance, Jake Moore. So green flag comes back out. We're back underway here from Five Flags. Jones under pressure now. Chance trying to take a look to the inside for the second spot. Across the stripe, though, maintains those lines. Day, Jones, Chance, Denmark, Moore now up to 5th spot. Burkett up to P6. Then it's McDonald, Langham, Courtney, and Johnston. That's the top 10. Right down to the bottom goes Day. That car is going to rotate an awful lot with those left sides on the white line. It is a fine line you have to walk there to get that car to rotate, but not too much. A little loose off turn 4. Maybe some help from Jones. Jones looking to the outside for that top spot. Nothing doing there through turns 1 and 2. Real loose for Jones. Dives it to the bottom. Might open the door for Chance. Oh, Day is real loose on entry into turn 1, mid-corner. Really closes the gap. Drew Chance trying to take advantage of this to get the second spot, and there's contact. Day goes up the racetrack, maybe gets into the wall, but the lead's going to go to Jones across the stripe, but Drew Chance is going to drop it to the bottom and try and take advantage and steal that position away as well. Caution on the Speedway. Once again, the 9th yellow of the day, 66 laps in. Here's Rusty McCarron, once again in trouble, the number 23. Still some left front damage on that machine. That might be from the earliest wreck. I don't think he's taken an opportunity to fix that car yet. Just loses it on entry. Hard impact. So some takers on pit lane here at lap 68. It seemed that J.J. Day was starting to lose the handle on that machine. Right side in the air. Crew around to the left. So we're going to do 4 tires here. Get only 68 laps in. It's an interesting call. We've had a lot of laps under caution this first 68 laps. Again, our 9th caution of the night. He just burned that set of tires. He's only got 1 set left over the wall. He's clearly got pace. I'll tell you though, Jeb Jones seems to be the fastest out there. So top 8 cars did not hit pit lane, at least the current top 8. 9th place is Phil Hensley. He did pit, but that was at lap 9, so I guess you could count him as staying out. Likely fuel only stop, maybe a little bit of repairs. It was 4.5 seconds. Trevor Bowen stayed out. He has yet to hit pit lane. Maddox Langham went down pit lane for a brief moment. It doesn't show a pit stop time. Lyle Johnson stayed out, has not taken tires or fuel tonight. And from Tyler Salva on down, they have either all pitted or exited the race at this point. I think back to Ed Brown, last car still on the racetrack. Brown 1 lap down. Pace car lights off once again. It'll be lap 72 when they drop the green flag. Well, Barney's getting a workout up in that flag stand tonight. There's our drum beat again. Green flag is out. Jones gets away with the lead, but now second place is in contention. Chance and Langham going after it. The 51 down to the bottom. That is Langham. Chance is going to lose the spot, cycles back to the 3rd position, move Jonathan Langham up to P2. Meanwhile, Jeb Jones starting to check out, just under 0.4 of a second, the advantage for the 24. Langham starting to close in the gap just a little bit, at least through turns 1 and 2, but drive off once again goes Jeb Jones. Battling here in the back of the pack. Mid-pack here for the 9th and 10th spot. J.J. Day up into the 10th position now. trying to track down Trevor Bowen to steal the 9th position away. In fact, Bowen just up ahead in the number 9/51. It's our other 51 car, entered as the 9. Drives it way deep. JJ Day down to the bottom as the caution comes out once again. This time Phil Hensley, it appears, in trouble. Still rolling. Take a look and see what happened here with the 36. Not sure if that was a matter of too early on the throttle. Either way, lost the rear end a bit mid-corner, then got a small piece of the inside wall, and that got them all discombobulated. So puts us on the yellow flag for the 10th time tonight. See Jeb Jones running that ultra dirty line right now under caution. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to that. I think in the real world, those tires are hot. You're up in the loose marbles, up in the top side, that top lane. Now he's back down on the bottom on the dirty side. I mean, you would think that that's just going to dirty up the tires. But maybe there's more to it here in the sim. Who knows? I don't. I guess that's the question we'll put out there. Anybody know why he's running up in the marbles under caution with hot tires? Pace car lights go out. We're gonna go back to the green flag here. Be lap 83, still shy of halfway. And they waved it off. One car needed a wave around here, I think, so we're going to one more time around. Chris Goins says, I do it when I'm texting and driving. That's an answer to the question about why is he up in the marbles there as the leader with hot tires? Well, Chris Goins, I don't know how you do it. I can barely talk while I'm driving, let alone chat on the phone. So, let's see. Kyle Johnson says, Jonathan Langham, 2022 Snowball Derby Sportsman Champion. Very cool. It's good to see some real-world drivers out in here. Running in that second spot, the number 51. Let's keep a close eye on that machine. See what he can do with Jeb Jones here. Green flag is back in the air. Good restart for Langham. Matches Jones at the stripe to his outside through turns 1 and 2. Still side-by-side entry to turn number 3. Slips a little bit, does the 51. He's going to tuck back in behind Jones. Cross the stripe. Lap 85. Jones still with the lead. Meanwhile, Day has worked his way back up into the 7th spot. Again, fresh tires on Day. Langham stalking Jones for this position. He's got a 0.2 of a second deficit to make up, and he gets into the wall off of 4, scrapes the concrete. Keeps his foot in it, though, maintains the 2nd spot, but loses about a 10th and a half to Jones from that mistake off turn number 4. Again, the tendency to try and get all you can on corner exit. And we got contact with the 3rd and 4th place machines. Denmark goes into the fence. We're under caution once again. good news is these guys are battling hard for every position. The bad news is they keep bumping into each other. Barney waving the yellow flag here for the 11th time at 5 flags. You saw the back end of it here. Let's see if we can get a look at the initial contact that kicked this off. 88 of Denmark down low. And we saw it earlier. The 30 keeps losing connection. That's Tyler Courtney, and he's back out. Then he's back in. That doesn't help either because these guys both, the 06 and the 88, trying to figure out where he is, and all of a sudden they just land. They're focused on that car that's blinking, and then they come together. It sends Denmark into the fence, and then we got a melee in behind them. Now, just to explain it further to anybody that may not be familiar with iRacing, at least as far as how it works in that aspect, when the car blinks the way that it does, it's mainly due to a connection issue with iRacing with the internet. The system or the sim is trying to determine where on the racetrack the car is supposed to be. It has a general idea based on where it was when it left and the average quote-unquote speed that the car was moving at the time that it left as to where it should go once it finally comes back in. Problem is, the longer it's gone, the harder it is for iRacing to accurately figure out where to drop it on the racetrack. And meanwhile, the drivers who have a solid internet connection, well, they don't know where he went, where he's going to land, and in some cases, he could just reappear in that driver's car. We've seen it happen before. It usually causes a crash on the track because the car that wasn't there all of a sudden is. It's almost like the DeLorean in Back to the Future that goes 88 miles an hour and all of a sudden it just appears out of nowhere. Well, there you have it. Layman's explanation to blinking race cars and connection problems. We still see a few of them out there doing it. Interestingly enough, it seems that both Courtney drivers, Tyler and Dylan, are the ones that we see it the most with. I don't know if they're on the same internet connection at the same location or if it's just regional. It's tough to say, but you see them blinking out. They're blinking at the exact same time. It's a tough break. Makes it difficult, and it's a shame because they're right up at the front of the field. These guys are fast. It's tough to have that handicap knowing that you can be up there competing. Well, lap 94 is going to be the green flag lap here. Pace car lights are off, so we should get that green the next time by. Green flag in the air. Another good jump for Langham. Side-by-side off turn number 2. I think Langham really needs to try and get to the bottom somehow to try and make a move to get to the 24. I don't know how much aero has to do with this, if it's dirty air, if it really causes an aero push. If you're behind the lead car, if clean air is really king at a place like Pensacola, but with these cars, they're pretty slick in the wind. It could be the case. See, Langham does now tuck in behind Jones. He's going to need to get to the inside somehow. Caution out once again now for the 12th time.
You could start putting like an age limit on racing or something, you know?
So Gene Denmark, Phil Hensley. Denmark involved in another one here. Let's see if they're still rolling. It seems that way. Phil Hensley also still rolling. Let's get a look at it. So soft turn number 2. Contact up ahead. 30 goes all the way down to the apron. You see it the left side of your screen. He gets a little crossed up, but slow. Some drivers just checking up. Well, there you have it. We got one that was spun sideways. I think that's the 17 machine. Peyton Burkett. Let's get a better look, see what happened to the 17, what initiated that spin. Some contact looks like between him and the 29. Just crossways off of 4. Probably the worst place to be that way. Guys are scattering left and right to make their way on by, and not all of them make it. Hensley's going to come down pit lane. Likely for some repairs. So it looks like Langham might have had the lead as the caution came out. I don't know if he just got a nose up in front. Oh, no, there might have been some pit stops involved here. So Langham's going to be out in front. J.J. Day, he pit at lap 67, so he's worked his way back up to the second spot. Langham still has not pit at all. So that might have been part of the issue, not being able to necessarily get by Jones. Jones, in this case, though, on this lap 97, he did pit. 23-second stop. I would assume that's going to be 4 tires and fuel as well. It'll be interesting to watch him work his way through the field. He's going to restart, I think, in the 12th spot, so he doesn't have a ton of cars to work his way through. Lap 100 goes on the board here, so that's going to put us halfway. Going back to the marbles in the lane under caution, Chris Goen says, they're like rumble strips on the highway to keep me out of the wall. Chris, I think you would do a little bit better if you just didn't text while you were racing. Oh, contact under caution. Bodie gets into the back of Langham there just a bit. Pace car's off. We're back racing here from Five Flags. Langham slides up the racetrack, covers that spot up high. Bodie now behind the 51 as they roll through turns 1 and 2, and J.J. Day in the 3rd spot. Colby McDonald, Tyler Selva the top 5, and caution's out again.
Using a drink or anything like that?
Not sure what brought this one out. No indication of a major issue. With that, we're going to step aside, get a break out of the way. We'll be back after this.
I would definitely recommend the Garza Law Firm to all my family and friends because I know how he's treated me. I have been playing basketball ever since I can remember. I just finished my 6-year career playing for the University of Tennessee. I feel like we're both striving to be better every day. He's always responded quickly and has always come through with whatever he said that he's going to do. The Garza Law Firm is definitely somebody you want on your team.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Green flag.
Back to Five Flags, and the green flag is out. Langham to the bottom, Bodie up top. This is the battle for the first position off turn number 2. Langham a little loose on corner exit. Bodie drives it up top, carries some momentum. Off turn 4 at the stripe, Bodie's going to lead that lap. Still side by side for the lead. Langham slides at the racetrack a little bit. Bodie's going to clear, take the spot on the outside as the caution comes out again.
I'll leave this one on you if you want.
Trevor Bowen, Jeb Jones involved in this one. Jeb was a fast driver earlier tonight, thought he was unbeatable for the longest time. What happened here? Doesn't appear to be too tore up. Ooh, left side, left front. Does not look happy. Jeb Jones, fast guy out there tonight. You can see him trying to figure out if that thing is straight or if the toe's all messed up. Car does not look straight. Well, let's try and get a look, see what happened. Car in the wall entering turn 3. Looks like that was the 12. Then the 5 is in the middle. They were 3 wide. Denmark slides up, gets contact with the 29. Jones goes to the bottom to avoid, and this car gets loose, and he puts himself really into the wall in doing so. Then he gets doored hard here by the 51 / I think that's the 9 as well. Again, a couple of numbers. That was Jonathan Langham, I believe. No, maybe not. Hard to say. Again, there's 2 number 51s out there. One of them classified as the 9. That might have actually been Trevor Bowen. So it looks like Jones has used the first fast repair of the night for the number 24. Again, they came in here with 2 to utilize if necessary. Certainly being out front, didn't need it for the longest time, but took the opportunity to pit on the last caution, our 13th of the night, and then very quickly is involved in an incident with this one. Burns that first fast repair. He's going to come back out in the 18th spot. Rusty McCarron in the pit lane. So, Corey Bodie is going to lead this one to green. Jonathan Langham is going to be second. J.J. Day, Tyler Salva, and then Drew Chance, your top 5. Colby McDonald, Peyton Burkett, Kevin Anders, and Dylan Courtney and Maddox Langham. That's going to be your top 10. Going to go one more time around here. I think they're trying to fix the order. Make sure that we've got it right before we wave the green. So one more time around before we restart this thing. His car pulls off. Bodie out with the lead. Langham can only sit there in second. Again, Bodie, a little bit fresher rubber underneath that racing machine. Langham has yet to see pit lane. It seems that he's one of maybe only 2 cars to not pit at all at this point, which means he still has 2 sets of tires over the wall. Top 2 under a blanket through turns 3 and 4 across the stripe. 114 laps go up on the board. Into the wall again. You see the dust flying everywhere. These guys are using every inch of the racetrack, and McDonald is sideways in 3 and 4. Into the outside wall. Caution once again. Take a look at it here. Then number 26. Can you see the 72 scrape the wall, and then you get the 17 drops it down to the inside, tries to drive it in deep, little bit of contact. McDonald slides it up the track, gets right into the big N in Pensacola. Earned our 15th caution of the night. McDuffie Motorsports says, this race reminds me of a vintage race at Southern Raceway in Milton. Can't say I've ever been there, but there might be a handful of guys that know what you're talking about. Once again, got to thank Elite Performance Industries for providing tonight's setups for qualifying and race. Elite Performance Industries provides setups, coaching, paint schemes, and apparel. Just throw them into the old Google machine if you're interested. Should be on the 1 to go. Pace car lights have gone out, so 120 will be our to go lap. Gives us 81 to close it out. So Corey Bodie's going to restart as the leader once again. He's going to have the inside, Jonathan Langham to the outside. Then it's J.J. Day, Drew Chance, Peyton Burkett. We're off and running once again. Lap 120 into turn 1. Langham right there to the back bumper. Oh, almost gets into the 44. Checks up just before contact is made. I've got to wonder, though, if Langham knows something that these guys don't. Is these cars just going to be better at the end of a long run on old tires? Seems to be hanging just fine there with the 44 of Bodie. Bodie pit lap 68. Langham, he's got the ones they bolted onto the truck. Taking a look to the inside, nothing doing there. Corey Bodie still with the lead off turn number 2. Langham stalking in the tire tracks, gets a piece of the wall once again. These guys are doing that about every third or fourth lap. Meanwhile, J.J. Day up into the 3rd spot. Keep an eye on the 16. He was quick early on, but he's got pressure coming from the 17 of Burkett. Remember, late in the run, the 16 seemed to lose the rear end a little bit. The tires went away a bit on that machine. It got real loose. Typically, they'll tighten up throughout the run. Not the case for J.J. Day. Now he slides to the 4th position. Burkett takes P3. Out front, nothing has changed. Bodie still with the lead. Langham is in 2nd. Denmark won't go away. Back into the 5th position. He's had his share of struggles here tonight, but still in a solid top 5 position. And caution again on the Speedway. Ed Brown apparently in trouble. Yes, indeed, the number 12 with an issue going into 1, maybe off turn 4, and now he's just driving away. Let's take a look at what happened with Ed Brown. Again, we've seen it again, a little bit loose mid-corner, and then it starts chasing it up the racetrack. The 06 is going to help him finish it, though. Gets to the inside, sends him around into the inside wall. Big hit. That puts us under our 16th yellow of the evening. Now, for those of you just joining, or really just tuning in and you're not familiar with this league, these guys are used to racing with each other on a regular basis. They ran a league, they run all kinds of stuff, whether it's trucks or street stocks or legend cars, across the board, super late models, it doesn't matter. They're known for running pretty quick and pretty clean. This is really abnormal for these guys. I know we've had 16 cautions tonight. Certainly is not the normal at all. It happens every time, once in a while. You get a tough one as far as the yellows are concerned, even all the way up into the big leagues of NASCAR Cup Series racing. It happens in real life, not just in the sim. There was a big update yesterday. Don't know if that's affecting these guys because they were practicing all throughout the week. And then yesterday, everything was updated, including some tire models. So the setup that was prepared, maybe it's a little bit different compared to the tire model that these guys have. I don't want to necessarily throw a bunch of excuses out for these guys, but you don't get the I rating that some of these guys have running races like this. This is just not indicative of what you would expect to see out of this league. So don't hold it against them. We still got plenty of racing left. I still think we've got a shot here at a good race, a good finish at least. We've got, 71 laps to go, 72 laps to go before we call a checkered flag here. So stay with us. We've still got plenty of you guys here in the stream. I do appreciate you showing up and sticking around. It's a tough one, but they can't all be gems. It's not over yet, though, so stay with us. Pace car lights off. Green flag will drop. Lap 131. That will give us 70 laps to complete it. car is off. Bodie's in the gas. Good jump for Corey Bodie. Peyton Burkett up to P2. They're battling for that second spot with JJ Day. Day to the bottom, Burkett up top. Contact off of 2. Oh, and 17 machines in the wall. Burkett wrecked out. Caution, big impact into the driver door in turn number 3. 17th caution for the number 17. Again, they got a couple of fast repairs. I think we'll get that thing straightened out, but close racing there for the second spot. Let's look at it here. From the blimp. This is after the fact. This is not who I thought we were going to watch, but what happened here with McDonald? He get a little too deep, or somebody got a little too low. This is the previous caution. What am I talking about? This looks more familiar. All right, so the 16 of JJ Day to the bottom, the 17 of Burkett up top. These guys were battling hard for P2. You got to get all you can get on these restarts. Off the corner, Day just comes up the track, catches the left rear of the 17, then a little overcorrect, little tank slap. Denmark gets on through. Burkett looks okay for a moment, but the 17 just doesn't change lanes. I don't think he even got on the brakes, just drills him in the driver door. That was Tyler Salva. So both of those drivers can have some pretty significant damage to be repaired after that contact. Salva's still on the track. Looks like he's already been in and burned the fast repair. Burkett's down and away, used his fast repair as well. So Corey Bodie still with the lead. Now JJ Day up to P2. Gene Denmark is third. Drew Chance, Dylan Courtney, that's your top 5. Then it's Maddox Langham, Jake Moore, Jesse Henderson, Tyler Courtney, and Mason Johnston, the top 10. Then Ed Brown, Trevor Bowen, Colby McDonald, Thomas McDonald, Lyle Johnson, Tyler Salva, John Langham, and Kevin Anders all the way to 18th. Those are your lead lap cars. We're still getting the drum beat. I don't know if you guys are hearing that, but it's making me crazy. 37 viewers in the stream right now. Thank you guys for chiming in. Well, at least stopping in. Please chime in the stream chat. Say hello. Who you cheering for? Where are you watching from? Dustin Smith is laughing, and I don't know what I said to cause it. Pace cars down, we're back to the green flag. Corey Bodie on the throttle. JJ Day, P2, Chances in third. They run out of turns 1 and 2. Bodie with a great restart. Day in the tire tracks. Again, don't think Bodie, I think anybody else here has not pit at this point. Everyone has taken an opportunity to hit pit lane. Looks like we've got another caution, though, so that's going to be Lyle Johnson, Jeb Jones, Tyler Salva, Phil Hensley. Unfortunately, Jeb Jones, one of the fastest guys out here tonight, put the car on the pole position. He's been involved in a couple of these since pitting and putting himself mid-pack. Unfortunately, Jones is multiple laps down at this point, so his chance of winning tonight's certainly out the window. We're going to step aside here. Another side-by-side break, so you won't miss any of the action if they happen to go back to green before we come back, so stay with us.
I would definitely recommend the Garza Law Firm to all my family and friends because I know how he's treated me. I have been playing basketball ever since I can remember. I just finished my 6-year career playing for the University of Tennessee. I feel like we're both striving to be better every day. He's always responded quickly and has always come through with whatever he said that he's going to do. The Garza Law Firm is definitely somebody you want on your team.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the virtual Five Flags Speedway for the Gulf Coast Sim Racing Winter Derby. 19 cautions so far and 144 laps. It's kind of turned into a demolition derby. Not what these guys intended by any means, I'm sure of it. Shane B in the stream chat. The virtual 5-star body guy's got to be loving this. Yeah, if only if it weren't for fast repairs. But yes, I see where you're getting at. Corey Bodie still out in front. JJ Day, Drew Chance, Gene Denmark, Maddox Langham. Some fast guys out in front. Just really need some time to get it stretched out and get going. It's been a challenge tonight. On average, our longest green flag on average is about 7.5 laps right now. Definitely not enough for these guys to get into a rhythm of any kind. It's definitely frustrating as a driver, especially if you're one of these faster guys here in the top 5, top 10. You just want to get going and get into a rhythm and see what you can really do with this car in a long run. We talked about saving tires, and it's just really not necessary at this point because they're getting a caution quite often. It's going to be about 55 laps remaining. Pace car is off. Bodie in the gas. JJ Day tried to jump the start, tried to get him to jump. Didn't get a good restart himself, and he opens the door to Chance on the bottom, the number 18, trying to force his way in to take the second spot off turn 2, and we got a wreck off of 2 already. Quite a few involved in this one across the board. We'll start it with Ed Brown. We'll see what happens here. Ed Brown, the number 12, down low, that M&P Smith & Wesson machine. Oh, just a little bit of a slip. Slides up the racetrack. 51 of Langham gets on by, as does the other 51. What else we got going on here? 84 gets into the inside of the 1, and then it just stacks up behind. .51 laps to go here from Five Flags Speedway. It's been a difficult night. 20 cautions in just the first 150 laps. Corey Bodie started in the 9th spot, has worked his way up to P1. He was not immune to the incidents either. He was involved in at least one of these as well. It's hard to really find anybody out there that hasn't had to utilize at least one fast repair this evening. It's just been one of those nights. I said it earlier, though, it's not over. Okay, we got 50 laps to go. It can get better. Pace car lights are off. Lap 153. What do you say we go all the way to the finish without another yellow? Stop laughing. It can happen. I've seen it happen after a ton of cautions, and all of a sudden they just get it. It clicks, and they go all the way to the finish without incident. It can happen, especially with these guys in this race. This is very uncharacteristic. Pace car's off, Bodie's in the throttle. Wow, what a jump for the 44. JJ Day gets back to the inside. Chance goes behind the 16.
Caution's out.
And the caution's out.
Make sure you get yourself something to drink there, buddy.
Colby McDonald involved in this one. Colby was involved in the last one as well. That was a chain reaction crash. Well, let's see what happened here this time. Lap 153 put us under our 21st caution of the night. Big hit. Be glad this is just the sim rig, not the real thing. That one would have hurt a ton. But I hate to say it, let's look at this one again a little bit slower. Everybody's trying to get every inch that they can on these restarts, and I get that. That's kind of what you have to do. It's especially at a place like Five Flags, but you look at the 51 on the inside behind the 14. Looks to the bottom, looks to the outside, doesn't have room. He's going to make some contact, just slides up the racetrack, and then you see just the 26 collects him. I mean, it's almost unavoidable at that point, but you just got to get into a rhythm. Chris Goins in the stream chat. Hopefully that man didn't have a motion rig. I'm with you. That one would have hurt either way. So 45 laps to go. There's the drums. I don't know if any of you guys are streamers out there. This is, again, I've been doing this about a year and a half, and it seems like every 2 or 3 minutes I get 2 beats from some of my stream music that I play early on in the event. I've since deleted it in the middle of the stream, and it still keeps playing all by itself. Only those 2 beats. If anybody's experienced that, maybe let me know what you did to fix it. Maybe it's just a fluke, I don't know. Pace car's off. Bodie back in the throttle. Man, he is good on the restarts. AJ Day still looks to the outside. Bodie goes up top to improve the angle on corner entry off turn number 2. Half car length advantage over Day. And the 18 a chance, a big wreck upside down into turn 1. Barrel rolling into the fence, lands on top of the 14. Still driving it away after that massive wreck. See, Dustin Smith in the stream chat. I race with these guys every night. Glad my iRacing didn't work tonight. We've never had this many cautions throughout the league this year. I believe it. I really do. I looked at these guys and I was super excited to call this race because, like, wow, man, these guys got some talent. They got some speed. They got a lot of high I-rating guys. I was looking forward to it, and I'm still happy to do it. It's fun, but like I said earlier, it's a fluke. Sometimes these things happen. It does not matter what league it is. You could have a bunch of Coca-Cola racing drivers in the iRacing stuff, and they can still have this happen. It happens. Again, Five Flags Speedway, it's a tough track. There's some money on the line, so everyone's going to be a little bit more aggressive in a small place like this. Fortunately, it's sometimes the consequences. There's nothing you can really do about it. 40 laps to go. Chance went from top 5 to 16th with a lot of damage. Let's take a look and see if we can unpack this one here. So they're coming off turn 4 here. Looks like Day just gets loose. I'll have to look at it from another angle. I don't know if Denmark made contact, but he slides up the racetrack, collects the 5, then the 29, and then on his lid he goes. Big time barrel roll down into turn 1. Jammed up against the wall and then lands on the roof of the 14. I want to get this looked at from a different perspective here. We'll see right here if there's contact with Denmark and Chance. Now, And it looks like there's a little bit of a bump there on the ultra low side of turn 4, and it looks like it bottomed out a bit, upset the car, and then around it went. Then you got to factor in this place is not easy to get around at. The super late model is not an easy car to drive. Corey Bodie in the stream chat, I'm so sorry. Dude, you got nothing to be sorry for. It happens. It must be working because the viewership keeps going up. Can certainly give it another try at a later date, but it is what it is. Green flag is out. Bodie in the throttle again. A great jump. JJ Day there in the second spot, still tracking down the 44. So caution comes out again. This time for Dylan Courtney. 5 machine in trouble again. This very well could be related to connection issue with the 5. And again, as we heard early on in this race in the stream chat, Alfie Charon, the first to make a comment in the stream. He's a driver in a neighboring league that we've broadcasted for and raced with. He's familiar to HBR TV for certain, but I guess with the new update, some guys were having some issues getting their leagues to work properly. I've even heard of some other leagues canceling their races for tonight until iRacing can fix this bug, and I think they've already scheduled some downtime to do it. Maybe that has something to do with this tonight. I don't know. I really haven't seen any netcode to speak of, but you never know. Again, not making excuses for anybody, but we are dealing with a computer game, and everybody on their own different internet connection. Software has just been updated. You know, I always talk about, oh, don't always do the updates right away because sometimes it's not right. Unfortunately, with iRacing is once they do an update, you're kind of forced to do it right away because if there is a problem, they want to get it handled straight away. They do have their own tech support people, but sometimes things get missed. So lap 167, pace car lights off once again. Lap 168, we will get the green. 33 laps remain. That drum is driving me nuts. Watch this restart. JJ Day tried to get the jump. Bodie just waited. Good restart for the 44 once again through turns 1 and 2. JJ Day in the wall off of 4, scrapes the right side down the front stretch, opens the door for Denmark. Denmark slides into the second spot. The 17 now of Peyton Burkett after his incident. He's working his way back into the top 5. Meanwhile, Bodie checking out on the field for now. Denmark up to P2 and closing, starting to stretch out that advantage over the 16 of Day. Again, remember, the longer the run went early on, at least for Days, the more that car loosened up. Kind of counterintuitive to what they thought was going to happen. Usually these cars tend to build tight throughout the run. Top 5, Bodie, Denmark, JJ Day. 4th is Peyton Burkett. Trevor Bowen runs 5th. Lap car up top, it is the number 84 machine of Jake Moore. Jake had an issue right off the start, gets in the wall into turn number 3. Keeps it out of traffic. Another contact, Langham in the wall into turn 1. Jake Moore seems like he's just stuck up top trying to get to pit lane, but he doesn't have the room to do it. Langham dives to the bottom. .26 laps to go here from 5 flags. Corey Bodie still out in front. The number 44 leads this train here. 25 to go. Gene Denmark runs 2nd. Pit exit cone just got murdered. It's right on board here with Gene Denmark. See if he can reel in the leader, Corey Bodie. Real loose off of turn 4. Slow car down to the bottom. That's the 111. It's Lyle Johnson. Caution on the Speedway. John Langham possibly. Tom McDonald. Got a car on its roof. It is Langham. Or maybe it's the other 51. Maybe that's the 9. Trevor Bowen. Yes, it was. Bowen elects to tow back to pit lane. .23 laps to go under our 24th caution. Contact with the 06 and the 51. He gets pounded into the wall. Tough angle here. Let's back this one up here, try and get a better replay of it. This just slams the outside wall. McDonald driving through the 29. Chance gets a piece of this as well. So does the 1. Trevor Bowen just slides along the backstretch into 3 on his roof. Big wide angle here. You can see them all stack up in the middle of the back straightaway. Maybe it's too wide. Let's try to get a look at it from the in-car view of Trevor Bowen. Not the view any race driver wants to see. Zach Reber says, make it stop. 19 more laps. You have 44 in the stream here watching. That's a big number for us. Good to see that. Thank you guys all for tuning in. No, it's been a bit of a struggle tonight, but that's okay. There's plenty of talent out here tonight. Corey Bodie's been leading this race for quite some time. I'm sure the restarts are not making him happy either. It's very difficult. You got to get that jump just perfect. Yes, as the leader, you do have the advantage. Denmark's going to try and time it here. Nope, Bodie gets away nice and clean right down to the bottom, straightens out that exit. 2-car length the advantage into turn 1 with 18 laps to go.
Caution.
And the caution's out. Maddox Langham looks like he was the one in trouble here, got to the bottom. I don't know if there was a connection issue. It did appear that somebody lost connection there for a moment. Let's take a look. Ugly restart really behind these guys. Yep, the 30 gets turned because he blinked out, then came right back off the nose of the 26 of McDonald. Then the 1 just piles right into the driver door. That machine's still blinking in and out from its poor internet connection. Yeah, Chris Cones, it does sound like the drum that concludes a good joke. Yeah, it sounds exactly like that. And I assure you, it is unintentional. It is doing this on its own. And it is driving me absolutely crazy. If I turn down... I've got it on a separate mixer that I can adjust the volume of it. I can make it go away, but then you lose the spotter sounds and everything else. So I'm going to deal with it for now. Hopefully it's just a fluke thing and I don't have it on the next stream with LSR tomorrow. If you guys are interested in tuning into the Lone Star Racing Truck Series tomorrow night, be here on HBR TV as it is just about every Thursday. Tune in about... oh man, now I'm on the spot. Chris Gones can clarify, but I think it's 8 p.m. in the East we go live. It's been a couple of weeks. About halfway through their truck season. 8 p.m. Yeah, all right. 8 p.m. race start. Eastern time. I know a lot of you guys here are watching from the Central time zone. At the line, we'll have 14 laps to go. We are on the 1 to go, so hopefully a 13-lap shootout. Let's get her done all the way to the finish. Now, I dare say we do have 3 green-white checkers available to us. Hopefully we won't need them. I think we've got enough yellow in for one day. Continues on. Oh, trouble into turn 1. Middle of turn 1 and 2. We got a car stopped. Caution on the speedway once again with coming to 11 to go. '26 caution of the event. It's been one of those nights, guys. Again, I gotta stress, this is not the norm for this group. Just caught him on a bad night. You never know. Gene Denmark still might have something for Corey Bodie here. We still have this thing get real exciting. Pace car pulls off. We're back underway. Bodie spins the tires, opens the door for Denmark. He's going to lead him to the line. I don't know if that's going to result in a black flag or not. Contact made into turns 1 and 2. Bodie's loose in the mid-corner. He's going to open the door for J.J. Day and McDonald looking to the outside. Denmark looking for the pass. He's got him clear off turn number 4. New leader, but Bodie trying to battle back. He's going to dive it down to the inside to turn number 1. Off turn number 2, the 88 takes the top spot, but Bodie not willing to give up. Goes to the bottom, middle of 3 and 4, side by side off of 4. Still not enough to get around the 88, and the caution comes out again.
Did you happen to get a look at your temps when you're on track? Right after that caution bell?
Tom McDonald not happy with the 1, it appears. That is Maddox Langham. Let's see if there's a reason for that. See, Tom McDonald in that gray machine, the 1 of Langham, just gets right into the back of him, sends him around the corner. Again, a little overcorrection, sends him hard back up into the wall, collects the 111. Green back in the air, they're wrecking already. Big trouble in the front straightaway. 28th caution of the night. 4 laps to go, coming to 3 to go. I think at this point, it's just a matter of driver frustration. There's certainly a handful, more than a handful, of incidents within other drivers throughout the night. Some guys are ticked off at the other guy, and no one's going to give anybody an inch. There's still money on the line here. Let's take a look at that one, really right at off the bat, coming to the green flag, threw us under the caution right away. Looks like the 18 a chance. The 17 tries to jump it. Time it at least. Contact with McDonald and J.J. Day. He gets crossed up in front of Chance. Just spun the tires, it looks like. Donald goes on his lid. So I think this will put us officially into our first green-white checkered finish. We'll know for sure when the pace car crosses the stripe this time. It says 3 to go on the tower. If it resets to 3, which it probably will. And there you have it. It resets to 3. Our first official green-white checkered finish attempt about to get underway here. 28 cautions, 3 laps to go. There can't be too many more yellows. Again, got to thank Elite Performance Industries for providing setups, qualifying, and race setups for tonight's event. They also provide coaching, paint schemes, and apparel. Bodie with a good jump. Battle now for the second spot. Gene Denmark and Peyton Burkett. Burkett to the outside. Denmark on the bottom. Going to drive it way deep into turn 3. Slides up in front of Burkett. Does he have the spot? No. Burkett battles back up top. J.J. Day looking to the inside now of Burkett. He wants that third spot. White flag in the air. Final lap for Corey Bodie. It's been a struggle through turns 3 and 4. No longer a struggle for Corey Bodie as the checkered flag waves. He takes it. He wins it. Gulf Coast Sim Racing League Winter Derby belongs to Corey Bodie. Second was Gene Denmark. J.J. Day finishes P3. Corey Bodie doing the traditional Polish victory lap made famous by Alan Kulwicki. Thanking the fans, thanking all you streamers here for being here watching the broadcast tonight. Sincerely thank all you guys for sticking around. That was awesome. With that, we're going to step aside, get our break out of the way for the final time, get our top 3, hopefully, into the broadcast booth after this. Stay with us.
I would definitely recommend the Garza Law Firm to all my family and friends because I know how he's treated me. I have been playing basketball ever since I can remember. I just finished my 6-year career playing for the University of Tennessee. I feel like we're both striving to be better every day. He's always responded quickly and has always come through with whatever he said that he's going to do. The Garza Law Firm is definitely somebody you want on your team.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Five Flags Speedway. Gulf Coast Sim Racing League Winter Derby is complete. A hectic one at that, but Corey Bodie brings home a checkered flag. We're going to pull Corey up into the broadcast booth right now and get a word with our race winner. Corey, it's Steve in the booth. You got us?
Loud and clear, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Oh, that's not what we meant to click. There we go. Corey Bodie, your race winner here tonight. Congratulations on the victory. I know it was a tasking one, difficult 28 cautions, certainly not what you guys had planned for. I know you guys did a bunch of practice throughout the week. I'm sure those races ran pretty clean. What was the difference here tonight?
It's the real thing. You know, everybody wants to cap it off with a win. Just having that, capturing the real checkered is what means the most.
Well, on your end, you did not start too far up in the field. It was a little bit better than mid-pack. I think you started, ninth? Slowly worked your way through the field. You ended up getting caught up in a wreck early on. Still had a fast repair to use. I think you guys had 2 to work with tonight. Walk us through working your way through mid-pack and then ended up back up front and then battling with Gene Denmark there for the last couple of laps of the race for the win.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting the race, we started 9th, and man, I've been off iRacing about 5 weeks or so, and kind of forgot to take a little bit of lead out of the right foot and self-spun on the bottom, and then later on got caught up in 2 wrecks, so come from the back 3 times. And then when I finally made my way back up there, Langdon was able to keep pace on 106 lap tires. So I kind of knew I was good in the tire situation, knowing where he started as well. So we ran her with all she's got from lap 100 till the end.
Now, we saw some guys that were able to perform pretty well there on longer and older tires. I know we did have a bunch of cautions that may have aided the tire wear, but that's a lot of heat cycles. Was it a matter of they really just didn't get hot enough for it to matter, or was the handling just preferred over that long run?
We really worked with Ryan and EPI on long run stability. One of the setups that we ran really struggled after 20 laps. And Ryan went back in personally out of his own time, which we were super thankful for, and really keyed in on that long run speed. And then I think having some of those cautions kind of helped it out. But man, having Ryan, dude like Ryan, working on your setups, that really helps out.
Well, it was a fun race to watch. It was certainly exciting. I know we didn't have a ton of long green flag runs, but either way, super late model at 5 flags. You usually can't go wrong either way. Thanks for bringing us in for this, man. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Looking forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.
Certainly looking forward to it on our end. We're going to let you go, Corey. Again, congratulations on the win. Is there anybody else you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, absolutely. I got to thank Cook Electrical, Dorset Productions Unlimited, Josh Lunt coming on, helping me out, McCarran Services, Shift Face Motorsports, all the guys back in the shop.
All right, Corey, man. Good luck at the next one. Hope to see you again.
Thank you, sir.
It's Corey Bodie, your race winner. Next, we're going to pull Gene Denmark into the broadcast booth. And to pull him up here. Gene, it's Steve in the HBR TV broadcast booth. You got us? Gene Denmark, Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy? He's got himself muted here. I don't know if he's just off taking a break. Let's see if we can pull JJ up here in a minute instead. JJ Dade, Steve in the HBR TV broadcast booth. You got us? Oh, now they're moving guys around on me. This might be a matter of getting them unmuted. Guys, stay with us here. We're just going to try and fix this. All right, so we got Corey in the booth. Somehow I ended up in the post-race waiting room. But JJ, it's Steve in the booth. You got us?
I got you, Ryan.
Oh, it's just one of them kind of nights. We're going to go first place to third place. So, again, congratulations, man. You had a good run here tonight. Started outside front row. You had some speed early on. And I do have to ask, it seemed like the handling on that car kind of went away throughout the course of that first maybe... not quite the full half run. The car got loose on you. What was the experience for you in that? Was it a matter of just burning up the rear tires, or what was going on with the handling?
Yeah, you said it, man. I just slipped up and got the right rear hot and had a decent enough lead that I could try to let it cool down, but I could just never get it back. So got a little contact, and it moved me up the track, and it was over from there. So pitted, got some tires, came back through the field, and just got outran tonight, finished third place, and feel like I probably had a fourth place car right there at the end, so we'll take third.
Either way, it was fun to watch you work your way back up through the field. It was a little chaotic, but you managed to avoid, I guess say they're the majority of the chaos. Still brought the number 16 machine home to a solid top 3. I know you were in the 10 in the tower. I don't know which one you're usually running just because I'm not super familiar with the league, but either way, you had elite performance on the car. Looked good out front.
Thank you, man. Yeah, well, we threw this thing together earlier today. Yeah, I messed up by not changing the number in the session in the league, but we were on the 16 car tonight. We're trying something new. It's a new number for me, and I think it looks good. So had a little Christmas scheme with some snowflakes on the car, and it like I said, it felt good. I felt like I had a really good car early on, and then as soon as I got that tire hot, man, everything went to crap after that. And I just got to thank Elite Performance for EPI for stepping up and providing us with a setup. The setup really did come to us. I have no complaints about it. It was a little free, but on a long run, I think it would have been great. We just never could get that long run, and I apologize for the rest of the league. Man, we looked like we did when we first started 2 years ago. I mean, it was we were embarrassed during the race. And I know we can do better. We have been doing better this year. We ran races with no yellows, and then we put us on a fast setup like this from EPI. And there's a lot of guys that just don't know how to ride. They want to be balls to the wall the whole race, and it showed. And like I said, we got a really good core group of guys here at Gulf Coast Sim Racing. We're all local. We're all buddies, and inside the league, we're all friends, man. And we just we made a mistake by running a fast setup like this. I think we should have probably just went with a slow stock base setup to help some of our younger drivers. But it is what it is. I apologize to you. I wish we could have been better.
I'll say this much, and Corey said it in the stream chat too. He said, "Oh man, I'm so sorry." Don't be. This stuff happens. Even in NASCAR Cup Series racing, there's been some crappy races as far as cautions are concerned. It happens. It doesn't matter how good you are. It's going to happen at one point or another. The cautions breed cautions thing, I mean, that's kind of a given. Corey was saying that this setup that you guys had built, it was designed for a long run. And if you keep getting cautions, you don't get that long run. And you want to be aggressive, that setup is going to be difficult to get a handle on until you get that long run, and it just never really happened tonight. So there's a lot of factors involved in it. I'm sure you guys will all go back to the drawing board and make it better for the next time. I have no doubt about that. What I saw about the close racing at the front of the field, I'm certainly looking forward to being a part of more of these. Hopefully that ends up being the case. But JJ, congratulations again on the third place finish. We're going to let you get out of here. And before we do, anybody else you want to thank?
Man, I just want to thank all the guys, really, man. I started this league up a couple of years ago with just a few people, and it's grown, to where we had 30 invitations sent out to come run with us tonight. It's huge, man. We had 40-plus drivers run with us this season, all local drivers from our local racetracks. So I just want to say thanks to those guys and everybody that supported our league. We're looking forward to January. I'm going to get into the office with the rest of the admins, and we're going to try to get this thing put together for next season. And we're looking forward to having you hang out with us, man.
All right, Jay. Well, thanks for talking to us, man. Congratulations on third place once again.
Thank you, sir.
It's JJ Day, your third place finisher. Doing things a little out of order. We'll pull Gene Denmark into the booth here. Hopefully he's ready for us. Gene, it's, hang on. We're getting there. Gene, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got that all squared away. I think we had some of the permissions not set properly, but no worries. We found a way to make it work. Congratulations on a runner-up finish here tonight. I know it was a bit of a hairy one, but there was still some racing to be had up at the front. We watched most of that go down. It was entertaining. It was exciting. How did it look out the cockpit window of that machine?
Man, it was a lot of fun. We had a really good setup from EPI. I think I ran my fastest lap like 70 laps into a run. And it was a very, very good fast setup. The guys up front were really fast and really fun to race with. We just had some guys in the back that were not up to par with the rest of them. I guess we usually have pretty good races, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, we talked to JJ a little bit about the setup, as well as Corey, and it was kind of engineered, I think, as a long run set. And then when you get caution after caution after caution, it becomes difficult to really get that setup to work the way that you need it to. And for the guys with a little bit less experience, I can see how that could be difficult.
Yes, sir. We have some guys that had just joined into this league here recently, and I think that played a factor into it. And but man, it was a lot of fun passing cars. I got tangled up and went to the rear and stayed in the rear for a while. Had to use both my fast repairs and just had to methodically work my way back to the front because I had no backup in the back there.
Well, Gene, it was certainly fun to watch with the green flag laps that we did end up getting. It was entertaining. There's always room for improvement. I'm sure the next one will be 10 times better. We're going to let you slide here. Again, congratulations on P2. I'm sure you've got some family, friends, or sponsors you want to shout out to, so if you'd like to, go for it.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you at HBR TV and Corey Bodie Motorsports, Johnny's RVs, McCarran Services. These are all sponsors on my real race car too. So we're all a tight-knit group of people here, and just a bunch of friends out here having some fun.
All right, Gene. Well, thanks for talking to us, man. Hope to see you at another one here down the road, and congratulations once again. See you at the next one.
Thanks, sir.
That was Gene Denmark, your runner-up here at Five Flags Speedway. That's going to about do it for us. We're going to take a look here at our official race results. Of course, we talked to our top three finishers already. Corey Bodie, Gene Denmark, JJ Day were your top three. And then it went to fourth place, Peyton Burkett. Mason Johnston was fifth. Tyler Courtney, sixth. Jonathan Langham was seventh. Maddox Langham was eighth. Dylan Courtney was ninth. Jake Moore finished in the 10th spot. 11th went to Lyle Johnson. Drew Chance took 12th. 13th was Tom McDonald. Colby McDonald was 14th. Trevor Bowen 15th, Ed Brown was 16th, Tyler Salva was 17th, 18th went to Kevin Anders, 19th Jesse Henderson, Phil Hensley took 20th position, Jeb Jones after a pole position run and a fast race car unfortunately finished in the 21st spot. Rusty McCarron, a tough night for him, 22nd finishing position. Chase Deacle in the 4 finished 23rd. Dustin M. Smith credited with 24th. I do not believe he took the green flag here, possibly here as just a watcher or an admin. Nonetheless, still classified. But those are your race results here from Five Flags Speedway. I certainly do have to thank all of you guys for tuning in and watching tonight. I know it was a tough one. A lot of cautions. 28, I think, was our final count. One green-white checker that we had to get taken care of. That's okay. That's always fun to watch. And we still had some action to watch up at the front of the field between Corey Bodie, Gene Denmark, J.J. Day, Peyton Burkett. Those guys put on a show up there in that top 4 for sure. And there's better things to come for these guys. I can certainly see that. There's some very well-experienced and fast guys in this group. There's a lot of factors that went into the issues that were had tonight, whether it was newer guys in the league that are still learning, a setup that might be fast but difficult to get a handle on. There's some racecraft involved that needs to be addressed as well. And again, that's all a matter of experience. Guys move on and go forward and they learn from it. And that's just how it works. Whether it was me learning how to iRace, I was the same way. I was terrible and I'm probably still not that great. I do okay, but I can't hang with these guys, that's for certain. But either way, more and better things to come for the Gulf Coast Sim Racing League. I certainly look forward to being a part of anything they've got going on in the future. We're pretty busy here at HBR TV, so hopefully we can find a way to shoehorn them into another race or two down the road, or maybe even a league broadcast. We'll see how it works out. But guys, thanks again all for joining us here tonight at HBR TV. Thanks to Gulf Coast Sim Racing for bringing us on here. It was a last-minute plan. I don't know if they had a broadcast lined up and then it disappeared, or if they just decided last moment to have a broadcast, but I found out about it, I think, yesterday morning, and it all went from there. We got it done. I had fun. That's all I can say. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Again, thank you all for watching. Thanks for all the guys in the stream chat that chimed in. Shane B, Mr. Deacle 93, Dustin Smith, Chris Gones. Let's see, who get Corey in there as well. Bunch of guys. Really do appreciate it. It was a fun time, and we'll see you at the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Checkered flag. Contact and Brian Rose wins it. A photo finish at the line. Oh, we got a wreck. Will Hewitt's through the trial for the final time, and oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Vincent Short sneaks through, and I think Short